Hello, beautiful people. I'm glad I'm back. Those of you who have been missing me, I'm here. Yeah, it has been so long, but alhamdulillah, I'm here. Let's do it. Join me, please, as I make this beautiful shirt. It's a combo of embroidery and heat transfer vinyl. Yes, it's my company logo at the front, and at the back is the name of the owner of the shirt. This is the embroidery part. Yeah, and this is how the logo looks like at the machine. And this is the part when it's sewing on the shirt. Yes, those of you who know me, I was working from Dubai, but I had to shift this business back home to Uganda. That's why it took me some time, because I had to ship the machines. I have to settle down back here home. So that's how the process has been. But alhamdulillah, all done. Now, bismillah, I'm starting again. And this time no backing out. Yes. So this is when the logo is done stitching. Now I had to put the tender touch. Those of you who know the tender touch, when you finish sewing, that stabilizer, usually it's rough. So we put that material called the tender touch. That tender touch makes that backing of the stabilizer soft so that it doesn't affect the skin of the customer. So back to the computer to do the heat transfer vinyl design. So we had to cut it on the Cricut machine, weed it, and then we'll press it on the shirt also at the back. So here's the process. So we had to cut. This is our vinyl, press it on the mat. Make it very, very, very smooth and flat to avoid bubbles. So if you do that with a player, you'll avoid the uncut parts, and then you'll avoid very many drama with the heat press with the cutting machine. There you go. After loading our mat, now we need to set the machine. Usually before we used to set this in the software, but these days they change it. You have to set everything on the machine. So this is the vinyl, iron on, light cardboard, and then all other settings. But for now, since we are going to use the heat transfer vinyl, sometimes it's called the iron on, so we had to move the tab to facing the iron on. For that case, you have to put the shiny part down when you're doing iron on or heat transfer vinyls, like some people call it. So we had to do the cutting. As I was cutting, I noticed something is sticking on the mat. I wanted to remove it. It's so deadly. It's so dangerous. Don't do it. Please don't try that. So this is the percentage when the cutting machine is doing its work and it's about to finish. Usually what I do to get clean cuts, when the machine is done cutting, before I remove, I check if it has cut through very well. If not, I have to press the C machine, the cutting button again, so that it can make same cuts in the same positions. So for that matter, I get very clean cuts. That would also save you some stress if you're using the Cricut machine. So when I'm done, I have to put the seal back so that I can retain that stickiness. So the next step is to cut off the design and put that vinyl on a side. Now it's weeding time. The most stressful time if you're using iron on or the heat transfer vinyl. That's the most stressful moment, weeding. especially if you do not have clean cuts. If your blade is not sharp enough, if your mat was not sticky enough, or if you did not do your design well. So it wasn't so much hard for me this time because I made sure I have all those on point. My blade was sharp enough. I made sure to sharpen it before I start the cutting process. My mat was sticky enough, and then I made sure everything is set. That's why I did not have trouble in weeding this time. Yes. So enjoy the process. Almost done. Now this is the final look. Queen Tifa. That was the name that was supposed to put at the back of the shirt. So put it on the hip press, then cover it with a Teflon sheet, and then you press it twice. First you do it, and then you remove that seal from, like you see, you remove it. And then after removing that seal from that backing from the heat transfer vinyl, then you have to press it again for like 5 seconds to make sure it adhered properly on the machine, on the shirt. See the outcome. So in the front it was embroidery, and at the back it was heat transfer vinyl. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.